صلى على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله غير مقنوط من رحمته ولا مخلوع من نعمته ولا مأيوس من مغفرته. الحمد لله على ما يأخذ ويعطي حمدا دائما أبدا، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وأعز المرسلين سيدنا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا، منقذنا من الشرك والضلال، مخرجنا من الظلمات إلى النور، حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين، سفن النجاة وعين الحياة، من طهرهم الله بنص كتابه المبين وجعل اللعنة على أعدائهم أجمعين. Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Holy Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. O you who believe, obey Allah and fear Allah and be with those who are truthful. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Inshallah, we'll continue the topic of al-Wilaya and al-Imama. Yesterday we proved that the theory of al-Ghayb, the knowledge of the unseen, is something that all Muslims believe in. And inshallah tonight we will speak about the theory of infallibility, al-Asma. Perhaps some people might ask, why do we discuss such topics? Do we want to raise some conflict between Muslims? No. From our side, we believe that Islamic unity is wajib on us, because Allah Azza wa Jalla says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا, and hold fast to the rope of Allah, all, and do not be disunited. Right? But what we are trying to do through the lectures and the topic that we are discussing is to show that our beliefs, the Shia and the Sunnah beliefs are one. Right? They think that they don't have the knowledge of the unseen. But if you go back to their books, you will find that they believe in the knowledge of the unseen. And tonight, inshallah, we'll try to show them that the infallibility, the theory of infallibility is something which is wajib on everyone to believe in after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? Unfortunately, such topics, most of the scholars do not know about it and never heard about such things. So inshallah, tonight we'll speak about imama and infallibility. The topic of imama is very important. That's why you'll find there's a lot of books about it in history from both school of thoughts. A lot of the Shia spoke about imama, and a lot of the Sunnah also spoke about imama or al-Khilafah. While the Sunnah school of thought believe in that al-imama or al-Khilafah happen through Ashura, when a group of people sit together and agree to appoint someone as their leader, as their imam, and they can prove their point through the verse that says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَأَمْرُهُمْ شُورَى بَيْنَهُمْ, and whose affairs is determined by a discussion between them. That's what they believe. For the Shia, we have some conditions for the imams. Every imam, there's some terms for him, some conditions for him to be an imam. Number one, the imama, it's a command from Allah Azza wa Jalla. That's what we believe in. It's a command from Allah Azza wa Jalla. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا. And we made them leaders, we made them imams, we made them Allah Azza wa Jalla. We made them imams, leaders, guiding by our command. And when we say that Allah made them or appointed them to be leaders or imams, then we disagree on the point that say we can choose the leader through ashura, right? That's number one. Al-imama is a command from Allah Azza wa Jal. Number two, the imam must be infallible. The imam must be infallible. Allah Azza wa Jal says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu ati'u Allah wa ati'u ar-Rasula wa ulil amri minkum. O you who believe, obey Allah and His Messenger and those in authority among you. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, as it is mentioned in Bihar al-Anwar, part 25, page 200, he says, Allah ordered the people to follow and to obey those who are in authority because they are infallible. Allah can't. Allah will not order. It's not from the wisdom of Allah and from the mercy of Allah to ask the people to follow someone who can do mistakes, who can perform mistakes, someone who doesn't know the basic rules of Islam. It's not from the wisdom of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we have, for number one, al-imama, it's a command from Allah Azza wa Jal. The imam must be infallible. Number three, the imam must have a knowledge. A knowledge, not a knowledge that he gained through people, a knowledge that he gained through his infallibility. Infallibility. Al-ilm, al-iktisabi wal-hudur in Arabic. Not something that you gain through books or someone that comes and teach you, something, a knowledge that is gained through your asma, through your infallibility. Allah Azza wa Jal say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا لَمَّا صَبَرُوا وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُوقِنُونَ. And we made from among them imams, leaders, guiding by our command. To guide by the command of Allah, you need to gain some knowledge through Allah Azza wa Jal, right? Also, when they are patient and when they were certain of our signs. To be certain of the signs of Allah, you need a special knowledge. You need a special knowledge. Now, between you and Allah, right? Just think, who has more knowledge than Ahlul Bayt Salam Allah alayhi? In history. Go back to history and search the books of history, your books of history. And look, does anyone have knowledge more than Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam? Forget about the infallibility, about the knowledge only. Your leaders used to go back to Ahlul Bayt and ask them. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So the imam is a command from Allah Azza wa Jalla. The imam must have knowledge and the imam must be infallible. Number four, the imama is a continuous point, something that cannot be stopped. It's not for one place or for a certain time only. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَجَعَلَهَا كَلِمَةً بَاقِيَةً. وَجَعَلَهَا كَلِمَةً بَاقِيَةً. And He made it a remaining word. And as a lot of narrations from both school of thoughts books, it says that the remaining word is Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Now, what is the role of the Imam? What is the duty of the Imam in this life? We mentioned before that the Imams alayhi salam, the infallibles alayhi salam, they came to guide people, to teach them the rules and to practice the rules of Islam, right? That's one of the aims of sending an infallible. Another aim of sending an infallible is what? Another aim of sending an infallible, thank you, another aim of sending an infallible is to keep this existence safe. We said before that they are the cause of this existence. They are the cause of the possible existence, right? So to save this world, the Imam was sent, and infallible was sent. That's how we understand the narration that says لولا الحجة لساخت الأرض بأهلها لولا الحجة لساخت الأرض بأهلها. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. If it was not for the proof of Allah, the Imam, the infallible, the earth will sink with its people. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. There's 2 points in this verse. Number one, Allah is asking those who believe, those who fear Him, to follow those who are truthful, right? So you must follow some people. That's number one. Number two, we ask, what is the meaning of وَكُونُوا مَعَ الصَّادِقِينَ, and be with those who are truthful? What does it mean to be with those who are truthful? Some people said, to be with those who are truthful, you have to stand next to them, right? By standing next to them, you are with the truthful. They tried to explain this verse in such a way to say that it refers to the companions of the Prophet, because they stood next to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Of course, there's no proof in their books or our books that it refers to the companions of the Prophet. And we don't have any problem. If they can find the proof that this verse refers to the companions of the Prophet, we don't have any problem with it. Right? So that's number one. Also, when Allah Azza wa Jal said, وَكُونُوا مَعَ الصَّادِقِينَ, and be with those who are truthful, it means that you have to follow them and you can't be part of this group. If Allah Azza wa Jal said, وَكُونُوا مِنَ الصَّادِقِينَ, and be from those who are truthful, it means that you can be part of this group. But when He said, كُونُوا مَعَ الصَّادِقِينَ, and be with those who are truthful, it means that you have to follow this group. You have to follow this group. Allah appointed a group which is a truthful group, and He's asking the nation, He's asking the believers who fear Him to follow this group. Also, we should mention, and we have to concentrate on this point, that al-imama, or following the truthful, is not limited by a time or a place. It's a general rule. It doesn't mean that you have to follow the Prophet ﷺ only in his time. You have to follow the truthful in every time and in every place. Al-Fakhr al-Razi in his tafsir, part 16, page 221. When he explained this verse, he said that Allah is asking the normal people that commit mistakes. Because He's saying, oh, you who believe, fear Allah. So they commit mistakes. Normal people is asking them to follow the truthful. And it is not from the wisdom of Allah to ask normal people to follow someone who can commit mistakes. Which means, what is he trying to say? He's trying to say that Allah Azza wa Jal is asking the normal people to follow an infallible. Al-Fakhr al-Razi. Al-Fakhr al-Razi. When you say the tafsir of Fakhr al-Razi, you're speaking like on our behalf, it's like the tafsir of Sayyid al-Tabtabai, tafsir al-Mizan. That's how important this tafsir is for them. Al-Fakhr al-Razi is saying that Allah is asking the normal people to follow an infallible. Not during the time of the Prophet, that's after the time of the Prophet. Right? So the theory of following an infallible after the time of the Prophet is something that we all believe in.